Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how you can create this top hang window with a louver. Alright, so if you really want to know all the steps that I followed up to create this window, please watch until the end such that you get know all what it takes to create this kind of a window. So in the last video I showed you how you can create this sliding window. So if you haven't watched this video, I'll leave a link in the description box down below. Go check it out such that you get all the steps I followed up to create this window. Alright, the first things first, I'll select each and everything here, then I'll delete it. Then next I'll click at this drop down arrow, then I'll select rotated rectangle, then I'll come to my workspace. I'll draw this horizontal line, but you notice that it's parallel to the red axis right over here. So I'll put in a distance of 600 millimeters, hit enter. Then I'll raise it vertically at a distance of 900, hit enter. Then next I'll click at this arrow command, then I'll double click at that rectangle, right click, make it a group, then double click to open up that group, select it, then click at this offset tool, then offset it inwards at a distance of 50, hit enter. Then next I'll click at this arrow to cancel out the offset tool, then I'll select this inner offsetted rectangle, then I'll delete it. Then next I'll select this outer shape that we have, click at the push pull tool, then click at that corner, then pull it outwards at a distance of 150. That's the thickness of a stretcher bond wall. Then next I'll click at this arrow command to cancel out the push pull tool. Then next I'm going to first create our louver. Alright, so it's going to be of measurements 300 by 500. Alright, so you notice that if I click at this tape measure tool and I put my cursor at that point, then stretch out my cursor up to this point, notice that this distance is 500 millimeters. Alright, so the length of the louver it's going to be 500 and its height is going to be 300. Alright, that's what we are going to do. So I'll press escape. Then next still I'll click at this drop down arrow, then select rotated rectangle. Then right over here I'll draw a line of dimensions 500, hit enter. Then I'll raise it up at a distance of 300, hit enter. Alright, so I'll click at this arrow command to cancel out that rectangle, rotated rectangle command. Then next double click at this rectangle, right click, make it a group. Then next double click to open up that group, select that rectangle, click at the offset tool, then set it inwards at a distance of 50, hit enter. Then next press escape, then click at this arrow command to cancel out the offset tool, then select this inner offsetted rectangle, delete it, then select this shape that we have, then click at this push pull tool, then click on it, pull it outwards at a distance of 50, hit enter. Then next I'll click at this draw command, then click at this tape measure tool, then click at the orbit tool, then orbit it around at that angle, press escape, place your tape measure tool at that edge over there, then offset that guideline at a distance of 50. Then also at this lower edge offset another guideline at a distance of 50. Then I'll also make another offset of a distance of 50. Alright, so click at this line tool, then click at that point, stretch out your cursor up to that upper point. Alright, do the same thing for that point up to that point, then do the same thing here and also do the same thing over there. Alright, so still use the tape measure tool, click at that tilted line, then offset it inwards at a distance of 5, then do the same thing here, 5, then do the same thing here, 5, then also this one offset it upwards at a distance of 5. Alright, so next click at this line tool, click at that point, then stretch out your cursor up to that point, then do the same thing here, do the same thing here, and also do the same thing at this other guideline. Alright, so next click at the erase tool, then erase off all those guidelines. Click at the push pull tool, then click over there, then pull out that shape up to this point, then do the same thing here. Click over there, then pull out that shape up to this point. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to come up with louvers. All right, that point, then also do the same thing over here. All right, so click at this arrow command to cancel out the push pull tool. Then next I'll simply click outside to get out of that group. Right, so this is the same technique that you can use to draw louvers of any kind of window or door. All right, if you know any kind of approach that you can use to come up with this, please let me know in the comment section. All right, but as of me, this is how I usually go about it. All right, so next I'll click at this move tool, click at that point, then transfer this louver up to that point. Right, so next I'll click on it, then move it inwards at a distance of 5 millimeters. Then next I'm going to create this top hang glass panel. All right, so I'll first click at this tape measure tool, then I'll first get to know this distance from this point over here to the bottom side of the window frame. All right, so you notice that that's 500 millimeters. Hit escape, then also this distance from this point up to this point, it's 500 millimeters. Hit escape. Then next, still I'll click at that point, select the rotated rectangle command, then at that point I'll draw a horizontal line at a distance of 500 millimeters. Hit enter, then still I'll raise it up at a distance of 500 millimeters. Hit enter. Then next I'll click at this arrow command to cancel out the rotated rectangle command, then double click on this square, then right click, make it a group, then double click still, select it, then next click at this offset tool, then offset this edge of this square inwards at a distance of 50. Hit enter. Then next click at this push pull tool, then pull out that offsetted shape at a distance of 50. Then next click at this push pull tool, click at this arrow command to cancel out the push pull tool, then double click over there, right click, make it a group. Then next double click to open up that group, select it, click at the push pull tool, then pull it outwards at a distance of 6. Hit enter. Then next click at this arrow command, then click outside to go out of that group. Then next under the default tray, under materials, I'll click at this drop down arrow, then I'll select this material of glass. It's right over here. Then I'll select this material of glass. So once you click on it, it updates over here. Then once you move your cursor to the workspace, you notice that it turns into a paint bucket tool, right, which is right over here. All right, so if you hover your cursor on it, you notice that SketchUp brings a notification that this is a paint bucket tool. So it just helps you to assign materials and colors on any object that you have created in SketchUp. All right, so let's proceed. Simply click over there, then you notice that I've created a glass glazing inside this glass panel. All right, so next I'll click at this arrow command to cancel out the paint bucket tool, then I'll click over there, click at the move command, then I'll click over there, then move it inwards up to the center of this glass panel. Right over there, click at this arrow command, then click outside to move out of that group, then select it, click at this move tool, then at that point I'll click over there, then move it up to that point like that. All right, so I'll click at the orbit tool. So you notice that each and everything has fit in the window frame properly. All right, so my next step is to put in materials on this window, because we can't literally leave it like this. I'll first put a material for the window frame, then after that I'll handle the other parts of the window. So I'll click at this drop down arrow, then select metal, then select this aluminium material. Then I'll simply apply an aluminium material on the sides of this window frame. So for these inner parts of the window, I'll select another material. Then I'll use this color. Alright, so I'll simply click over there, then also over here. So I'll click at this arrow command to cancel out the pen packet tool. Then I'll simply rotate it or orbit it around like that. Alright, so this is it for this video. If you've really found something helpful and it has added value to you, please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and also you can share this kind of content to friends and relatives that feel like they're in need of this kind of content. Thanks for watching. We'll meet in the next part of the video.